Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm Karen, and today we are gonna tackle Q&A Wednesday, when you can send in your questions and ask me almost anything, and I will try to answer the question. We're gonna go back to last week. We were talking about how to visualize your goals or your vision for your life. And I kind of compared it to that you already knew how to do that if you knew how to worry. Because worrying is kind of like you obsess about what you don't want. And if you turn that around and start obsessing about what you do want, it's kind of the same technique. But someone wanted some more tools. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a few tools that I have used to visualize my ultimate vision, my big goal for what I want. And the first requirement is, of course, that we all have a vision. You have to have a vision, otherwise, what are you going to visualize? It's kind of like you cannot hit a target that you can't see or a target you don't have. So first thing is first, and that is having a vision or a goal. You can have many goals, but maybe what's the ultimate vision? And how are we going to visualize it? Well, we're going to get obsessed about it. First, we got to figure out, we got to get clear on what exactly it is that we want. And if you don't, you need to sit down and figure that one out, because it starts with that one. So that one comes first. Got to have a vision. And so we got to get obsessed. We got to start thinking about this in our mind exactly. I mean, we have to really be specific of what we want. We can't just have something, well, I just want to lose some weight, or I want to live someplace. And I mean, it's just going to be very, very specific. And we have to write it down. So we have to get obsessed. We have to get emotionally involved in. And think of visualizing as kind of like it's a movie. You think of a movie when you go to the theater. And you look at the screen, and this is the movie where you're going to place your vision on that movie screen. It's going to be your mind movie. You're taking it out of your mind and you're putting it on the screen. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard of a vision board. And sometimes, and the reason I'm saying it, sometimes it's hard to just sit down and visualize and just pull it out of your head. Some people have a hard time thinking the pictures, what do I want? They just cannot think in pictures. And so the tools I'm going to give you is if you're having a hard time just sitting down and not being able to kind of pull it out of your head and kind of seeing it, your mind movie, you can take it out and put it on some place, on something. And a vision board is something that I've used. I don't have one at this time. And all you got to do is just get a big piece of paper. A poster board, and, get some magazines and find some pictures that represent what it is you want your vision to be. And you cut them out and you put them on the board, and you look at that board, and you can put it, in your office or wherever you look, because it needs to be right in front of you all the time. So just a poster board, and you cut out representations of what your vision to be. So that is one way of doing it. I used to do that. I don't have it anymore, but I have done a vision book. I did this many, many years ago, and it probably needs to be updated. It's just a book. It was just a book, blank pages, but I have now filled them up with, and it probably needs to be updated and changed out of the things that represent your vision. I think I got this book at Walmart many, many years ago. I've had it for a very, very long time. And some of the pictures in here, they're still a good representation of my vision. And some are not, so probably needed to update it. Another way that I've done my mind movie, and to me it's the best thing, is because I work, with computer all the time. So I have created like a mind movie, like a slideshow on my desktop. So I just basically done a very simple thing. I just got a brand new folder, and I went online, and I pulled a lot of pictures of photos of what did represent my vision. It wasn't pictures that I've taken, it was just things I found online, and I put them on my desktop and put it in this folder. And when you open the folder up, you can hit it, and it can start a slideshow. So I have about, actually I think I got 5 different folders with different pictures, but they all represent the same, so I don't get bored. And I think I have around 25 pictures in every folder, so it takes a minute or two to go through that. And I work so much on my computer every day, so it's easy for me. The first thing I do in the morning is I hit that slideshow, and then a little bit later I hit another one, and I usually go through those 4 to 5 slideshows every day. And the last thing I do before I shut down my computer about 6 o'clock in the evening, I run the last slideshow. It's like you want to kind of obsess about this vision. You want to kind of get stuck on your brain, and it's a good way to visualize. You visualize in those pictures. So you can create a poster, a vision board, or a vision book. I prefer a Mind Movie as a slideshow on my desktop. It's so much easier. But if you maybe don't work on your computer that much, vision board is great just to put it somewhere where you see it all the time. So that's the name of